Why do I study computer science? Whenever I say to people that I study computer science, 80% of the time, people think that I'm just doing this to follow a trend or just because it leads to jobs that pay well. I acknowledge that, but biggest dismay, this is the case for most of the people studying this discipline. But my love and purpose for studying the science of computers and technology are rooted in things much more meaningful than these. My passion for technology started during my childhood, during evenings when I would watch my dad play strategy games like Age of Empires on his work laptop. Having fun while trying to understand the intricacies and complexities of what was happening before my eyes was an activity that I never got tired of. After some time, when my grandfather offered a PSP console to me, it felt like a whole new world opened up at the palm of my hands. As I grew up, I asked myself what it took to create these games that I spent so much time playing. When my brothers and I finally got access to a home desktop and internet, I used online resources to teach myself how to make games and code them up. Even though I did not finish all the games that I created, programming them got me to think about other things a computer could do. And then I realized that almost everything in our day-to-day lives involve computers. The world is run by computers. With this new perspective and growing love for problem solving, I set my sights on the idea of learning computer science. And there is no better place to study computer science than the United States. So I made it a goal for myself to go to college in the US. When I finally got here and started to truly study this domain, the challenge of relearning how to think logically and algorithmically, but coupled with the academic rigor, kept me interested in the field. I loved learning it, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with it. It was not until I interned at Google in California during my sophomore year that I realized what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Using my love for problem solving to build technology for the good of the largest number of people. For this internship, I also realized how much it takes to create things that actually make a difference and positively impact people's lives. Through hours of working on my project and scouring through Google's whole codebase, I realized how little I knew and how much more I had to progress before I got good enough to build consequential technology. Building things like these are not something within the reach of anybody. With a renewed and confirmed purpose in what I was learning, I came back to campus after a short and well-needed break with the objective of truly mastering the fundamentals and concepts that I got to learn in and outside the class. But the cool thing about CS, as in many things in life, is that the more you learn, the more you realize that there is a lot you don't know yet. The ceiling for growth is almost unbounded, so even a lifetime is not enough to learn everything. The other cool stuff about CS is that if you like solving problems, it essentially offers you frameworks and paradigms to think and potentially solve the problem you have at hand. There's something very peaceful about the moment when you sit at your computer and try to solve that one problem you have. I will let Craig Federighi, Senior VP of Apple, explain it better.
There's something just fantastic about that. But I'll say generally also with programming, there's something really zen about it. I mean, you can lose yourself for hours in just thinking deeply about a problem, and then when it all comes together, there's just this unbelievable feeling of I did it. It works. It just undeniably works, right? There are lots of things where you could have opinions or write an essay and like, did you nail it? I don't know, but you wrote a program and it did the thing. Like, there's no denying it. It worked, so I just get awesome satisfaction out of that. Now,
CS allows you to answer questions like, is this problem solvable? If it is solvable, what is the most efficient way to solve this? How do you know this is the most efficient way? How do you know what is solvable by a computer and what is not? Is this problem even worth solving? And if it's not solvable, what else can we do about it? Lastly, when people think about people studying CS, they don't realize that it's not just about computers, it's about users and about people. To me, my CS journey has been a deeply human experience. I made profound and genuine connections with people, with friends, users, students, and strangers. All this to say that there's much more to CS than just a high-paying job. If you're going into CS because of any of these two things, maybe reconsider. However, at least for me, learning CS is a profoundly fulfilling journey for those who truly find meaning in it. Thank you.